Oh, Mr. Cuthbert, that place we came through, that white place. What was it?
Well, now you mean the avenue? It is a kind of pretty place.
Pretty? Oh, pretty doesn't seem the right word to use. Nor beautiful either. They don't go far enough. Oh, it was wonderful, wonderful. It's the first thing I ever saw that couldn't be improved upon by imagination. It just satisfies me here. It made a queer, funny ache, and yet it was a pleasant ache. Do you ever have an ache like that, Mr. Cuthbert?
Well, now, I just can't recollect that I ever had.
I have it lots of times, whenever I see anything royally beautiful. But they shouldn't call that lovely place the Avenue. There's no meaning in a name like that. They should call it, let me see, the White Way of Delight. Isn't that a nice imaginative name? Hello, kindred spirits. Welcome to my Anne of Green Gables video. I've loved the Anne stories since I was young and saw the 1980s movie adaptation of the books. I fell in love with the characters, the beauty of Prince Edward Island, and of course, Anne. What a wonderful role model she is for young girls. I really liked the Netflix version, Anne with an E too, but for me, Megan Follows will always be Anne Shirley. I recently purchased the Anne of Green Gables cookbook written by Kate MacDonald, who is a grandchild of Ellen Montgomery, the writer of the Anne novels. The book contains recipes for dishes mentioned in the Anne series, and I was excited to try some of them. I like to think that if we were to stop by Green Gables for lunch or tea, this is what it might taste like. Here I'm making Marilla's plum puffs. The recipe is from another Anne cookbook called The Anne of Green Gables Treasury. I don't own that book, but I found the recipe online. The next recipe is for raspberry cordial. How could I not include this for our Green Gables lunch? The citation from the cookbook says, Diana poured herself out a tumblerful, looked at its bright red hue admiringly, and then sipped it daintily. The raspberry cordial incident is a pivotal moment in the plot of Anne of Green Gables. If you know, you know. "We are rich," said Anne staunchly. "Why, we have 16 years to our credit, and we are as happy as queens, and we've all got imaginations, more or less. Look at that sea, girls, all silver and shallow and visions of things not seen. We couldn't enjoy its loveliness any more if we had millions of dollars and ropes of diamonds." Now I'm making cowcumber boats. The cookbook explains that many years ago, cucumbers were called cowcumbers, probably because this was the English way of pronouncing the old French word cowcombre. Cowcumbers are mentioned in Anne of Avonlea. Miss Sarah Kopp says, "You must be real tired and hungry. I'll do the best I can for you in the way of tea, but I warn you not to expect anything but bread and butter and some cowcumbers." The next recipe is from a section of the cookbook containing recipes from L.M. Montgomery's own kitchen. This dish is called Rachel Lynn's North Shore Fish Cakes. And the book says, "There are many reasons to visit Prince Edward Island. Seafood, the beautiful beaches, secret coves, red sandstone formations, and of course, the fictional home of Anne of Green Gables. Someday I would love to go there and visit. Wouldn't you?" Okay, everything is done. I'm so excited to try these. Okay, I'm excited. Finally, I'm going to try all this food. I've worked so hard to make. So I think I will start with Rachel Lynn's fish cakes. Let's see how they taste. It's actually really good. I was concerned they might be kind of bland, but they're not. They're really good. They're not too fishy, and they're creamy from the mashed potatoes, and then a nice crunch on the outside. No problem. Actually, I'm going to try one little addition here. I don't know if Rachel Lynn would approve, but I'm going to put some tartar sauce and see how they taste with tartar sauce. Actually, I think they're fine without it. So now I'm going to wash it down with raspberry cordial. Now, I've never had cordial. I don't know what cordial is. I looked it up, and I think it's kind of like a liqueur that's added to cocktails and that sort of thing. But this is non-alcoholic, or so I've been told. It's very good. Yeah, not too sweet. I thought it was going to be more syrupy, but it's actually not too sweet at all. I could see how one could drink many tumblerfuls of this, but you know, what kind of girl would do that? These are kind of cute. These are cow cumbers. Never heard of these before, but they look interesting. So let's go. Okay. Really good. But I think if I make these again, I will make the cucumbers, I'll carve them out thinner because it's kind of thick. And that makes it really chewy. But the filling's really good. It's really fresh and crunchy. And this is a recipe that I think kids would like. They like to make it and eat it too. So this is very good. So the final thing to taste are Marilla's famous plum puffs. Now these just, I like any puff. Cream puff, chocolate puff, doesn't matter. I'll eat it. Oh. I'm just going to do the whole thing. So good. Just delicious. You don't have to make your own jam or anything. You can just pretty much put anything in these puffs, just cream or just buy any jam you like. But I wanted to do plum because of Marilla. And I could eat this whole plate, but I won't. That was delicious. So I highly recommend, if you're an Green Gables fan, check out that cookbook right behind me. It's delicious, and it's a cookbook for all ages and all skill levels. So I think you'll really like it. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.